Last game week I scored 74 points with a small red arrow. Another frustrating performance from Onana and Man United defense. Another 0 points from Onana. Chilwell lost to Nottingham Forest at home. A shock for me. Anderson conceded 2 goals at home from Wolves. Another surprise. I think only Nottingham Forest and Liverpool kept a clean sheet last game week, which wasn't expected at all. My midfield performed very well. I have 4 returns from the 5 assets. Only Bruno Fernandes blanked and wasn't good against Arsenal, but still another tricky fixture. And Rashford scored, Bomo scored, Madison scored in their win against Burnley. Haaland was my captain with 40 points, and Watkins blanked against Liverpool away from home, which is not a surprise at all. Another game week and another challenge, game week 5. In goalkeeper, I had Onana and Turner, so I would play Turner this game week. Brighton is a second for expected goals, while Man United defensive data hasn't been solid so far. Forest have been better for clean sheet odds rather than Man United for game week 5. So Turner will be my main goalkeeper for this game week, and I hope he starts for Nottingham Forest, giving Chilwell and Vardy another chance. Both are playing away from home. Still, Man City top for clean sheet odds, and Chilwell can get some attacking returns against the leaky Bournemouth. I have 2 free transfers. I will lose one of them and make a transfer on my defender. Most probably I sell Stubinian for this game week. Brighton looked so leaky defensively in the opening easy 4 game weeks. 0 clean sheet was frustrating. This may affect Stubinian's ability to get double-digit holds, especially when fixtures turn tough now. Personally, I may sell him and prepare to get him back in game week 10 when fixtures turn good again. I have Anderson on my bench. She has Nottingham Forest at home in game week 6. Great fixture and can start him, so almost I won't suffer without stopping against Bournemouth in game week 6. My 3 defenders in game week 6 looks really good. My choice will depend on my wildcard strategy. Personally, I believe wildcard activation is always team dependent. My team looks solid and still had decent fixture. I would use free transfer instead of wasting my wildcard early. Wildcard 5, you will go ahead of the curve with Newcastle player and Luton double game week, but honestly, Luton isn't a top team and can't trust them. Sometimes double game weeks are traps. Getting Morris only can be done with a free transfer, and Newcastle have very busy schedule due to their participation in UEFA Champions League and Carabao Cup. Not expecting more than 60 minutes for their main asset and might see some rotation, which is another red flag. By wildcarding in game week 9 or 10, you will get and be able to target the following teams due to their fixture swing: Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Brighton and West Ham, which are proven and more trusted teams. In addition, you will be able to remove Chelsea players with their fixture turn bad. Basically, wildcard of game week 9 or 10 is better than wildcard of 5 for the quality of assets to load up on and the fixture swing. So I need a defender for this period before wildcarding game week 9 or mostly game week 10. So this is my watch list for this game week and for my transfer. Despite having played Man City, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Brighton, Newcastle is the second best team for biggest chance conceded. Trippier is the second for chance creation among defenders as well, which help him get bonus quickly and easily to hold. Proven able asset, has great fixture, great stats and a bonus magnet. Odoge and Cash proved themselves recently a great attacking picks with 2 returns, so advanced and cheap as well. Only 4.7 million. The steal, I would make Odoge my priority and might consider Trippier another Newcastle defender after Brentford game. I don't predict a clean sheet for Newcastle against Mbomo and Wesa, to be honest. In addition, waiting till game week 6 gives me extra week of information about Eddie Howe's strategy and which players expected minutes during the busy schedule. Odogi in game week 5 and benching him for the next 2 tricky game weeks. His fixture in game week 9 and 8 are so good as well. In midfield, I start with Mbomo. I know he's playing away from home against Newcastle. It's a tough fixture, but still, he's the top player for non-penalty expected goals this season. He's nailed for 90 minutes on penalties and great stats. He's my first midfield. Second midfield will be Saka against Everton. Everton looked leaky and never kept a clean sheet so far. Starting him with his penalties and set piece, I think he can get any returns easily. Bruno Fernandes against Brighton at home. It will be a great punt. I think Bruno is a differential for my team. Many people lost their Man United asset, but I think Brighton game is very attractive one. Rashford back on the left side, good advantage for him, to be honest. Brighton is leaky and expect him to do well in counter attacks. No one can ignore that this game suits him a lot. Madison, Tottenham talisman, I'm happy I got him last game week. He scored and get me 7 points. James Madison is a season keeper for me, top for attacking stats among his teammates, always involved in attacks, and expect him to do very well against Sheffield United, one of the best fixtures to target in game week 5. Has already managed 2 goals, 2 assists in the first 4 games and blanked once. Alongside Erling Haaland, giving Watkins another chance at home against Crystal Palace. I know it's not an easy game for Villa, but I believe he can get some return due to the home advantage. No great forward to switch for in game week 5, to be honest. Worried about Isaac minutes, who to start, Isaac or Wilson, and what will happen in the upcoming game weeks. Jackson current form is another red flag, and Morris ceiling isn't high, to be honest. I think starting and keeping Watkins will be my strategy. Regarding captaincy, Haaland or Madison, I think these are the best 2 captaincy options for my team. Madison is a great pick, but Haaland can destroy any defense even if it's away from home, inevitable, and I think he will get some returns for this game week. I will go safety. I will go for Erling Haaland for my captain. On bench, I have Anderson and another cheap players, Bulldog and Zola, and mostly Onana will be on bench as I'm starting Turner for this game. This final team for game week 5. Don't miss my wildcard 5 video, and thanks for watching this video.